Well, my childhood memories consist primarily of farm ranch type in my early childhood, farm ranch memories. You know, we had Diamond D Ranch, which was a horse ranch. We also had cattle, and we had all kinds of poultry and things like that. So it was a typical ranch. And my dad was a police officer, so we would, my brother and I would be primarily the ones that would do all the work on the ranch as well. Later, we sold all of our horses except for a couple and moved to northern Wisconsin. And my dad purchased a service station, and I was able in my teen years to be a mechanic, and I love mechanical work. We also did subsistence farming early. I mean, we kept our own animals, we grew all our own vegetables. We went to the store for milk. We didn't have a milk cow, and that was about it. Well, according to my mother, I became a born-again Christian. I accepted Christ as my Savior somewhere between 4 and 5 years old, and she wrote that date down in her Bible. I've never looked at it. I don't want to know. I do know that I was raised in a Christian family, and that I feel like I adopted their faith, my family's faith, and was told this is my faith and this is how it works, and if you do this, you're a good Christian. And that was all well and good up until my teenage years, when I started asking questions, and because of the lack of answers, I was a bit rebellious, cynical. Although I think I was a Christian, probably at that time, I really came to a time in my life when I had a spiritual experience where I was actually, I believe, became a true Christian if I wasn't before, where my faith was made real. And that's when I went to college, and I was 18, 19 years old. It happened over about a period of a year and a half where things were starting to be answered. I started to realize that the Bible was a supernatural book, a supernatural revelation of God. It's true. It is absolute truth, and it is infallible. We are fallible. That book is not. So there would be no other faith that I could adopt but the Christian faith and become a follower of Christ. I believe Jesus Christ is coming soon, and that's a major motivator in my life, and I want to pass that on to others. And in the meantime, since I believe he's coming soon, that involves my active participation in the restraint of evil, in spreading the gospel, in equipping the saints, such things as that, and being a watchman on the wall, and explaining to people from the scriptures that look at what the prophecies are, look at what's going on in the world, and be able to tell the climate and the fact that he's soon to return, and therefore, based on that, to conduct ourselves accordingly. And that's all I can tell you. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. The way I try and conduct my life, and that's the way I like to pass that on to others.